All right, so this will be a quick conversation that needs to be had. Let me turn that down in the background. WWE podcasters that I listen to, that I come across. It's a few of y'all. I guess y'all think you can get your audience by being as crass and loud and obnoxious and rude, and it shock value gets people to follow you when you go against the grain and say shit like Roman Reigns don't got cancer, or you just want to see tits and ass, and whatever the case, that's going to catch somebody's ear and they stick around and subscribe because the crassness is what turns people on. Well, listen, you know what? I'm just going to say this. WWE is a toxic environment. When I was younger, I watched wrestling on Saturday mornings when I grew up in New York, and we used to always watch it. My brother watched it. My dad never cared for it because the first thing he said, turn that shit off with them racist ass white people. He knew it. He was also older, of course. He was my age telling me that when I was a kid. I never knew none of that. I just was there for the wrestling. I was there for the wrestling, have a good time, and keep it pushing. I enjoyed the Ultimate Warrior. I enjoyed Hulk Hogan. I enjoyed the nonsense. The Saturday morning, you get your bowl of cereal, and you do the wrestling, and then you do the wrestling moves when you were a kid and get fucked up and all that good shit. I did all of that. But as you get older, it's natural to gravitate towards the other side of wrestling. You want to know about it. You want to know the inside and outs about it, especially when you love the art form, because it's an art form. When you love the art form, you want to get into it, and you think it's fun to go work at WWE and all these places. And then you find out that it's not what it's all cracked up to be. And for the most part, WWE doesn't want people to know that they're a terrible company and allowed to do the things they do, because there's no regulation in the field of professional sports entertainment. This is an anomaly. So WWE can go ahead and monopolize all of sports entertainment, because that's basically what he was doing. Buying people out, holding people hostage, making people sit, and can't work, but you drawing money. There is a shelf life for a wrestler. No, 38, 39 isn't old. But a wrestler, yeah, you need to hurry up and get what you can get out your body before it's going. You slamming and jamming and all that. It's real moves, and it hurts, and it hurts your body. As of late, it's been a lot of stuff going on coming out the WWE, and everybody's just, everybody has an opinion. So I'm no different when it comes to that. But what I don't like is the racism, sexism, ageism, and discriminatory behavior that is obvious, blatant, and in your face, overt. And you all sit and point each and every one of those things out, whether it's the way Asuka's paired up with Kyrie, for just because they Japanese, and then they put them with this pale ass British woman who could barely form a sentence of her own. The biggest joke I ever seen in my life. Whether it's the whole entire Kofi Kingston situation, which started out, and I think stayed, that people like us can't get these top, belts in the WWE. People like us, the undertone of race reverberated the whole time, and a lot of you just refuse to. No, it's not race. It's a Rocky story. It's about the underdog coming up over the top. If it was about an underdog coming up over the top, there was no need to use the language people like us. It's a dog whistle, and of course black people, we're gonna pick it up. When you all point out that if you aren't blonde and busty with, and you're not going to get ahead. That's discriminatory behavior. If you're not a big meaty guy like Vince likes to look at, you're not going to get a push. That's discriminatory behavior. Okay? With the dawn of AEW on the horizon, they're going to have their own station you can turn to. They're going to have their YouTube. Hopefully they put highlights on it, and people could go and see another promotion on another station. And maybe they can see how this promotion treats their wrestlers. You got Ryback coming out saying he said WWE treated him great. I'm looking at Ryback. The man was barely on TV, but he made his money. He owns a marina. He's doing all these things. He said WWE treated him great, but in order for him to wrestle, he has to leave WWE. And that's a wrestling company. Make it make sense to me. He said he wants to share share his skills. He wants to share them. This man don't want them to share their skills. He think they going to this other promotion and doing something. So what? When you leave a job, you should be able to go to another job. Imagine you working a regular 9 to 5 and you ready to quit and move on. They talking about, nah, we just gonna pay you, more money and you just gonna be here. No. WWE has been they've been talking about unionizing the wrestlers. You can unionize. There's no reason why. And I'm telling you now, if those wrestlers were to unionize, all of the shit they're going through is cease. The abuse of this independent contracting is abused. Only reason why he's still doing it is because no one has taken Vince McMahon to court. That's it. Each and every one of these wrestlers have valid reasons to take this man to court. Each and every one of them. Take him right on to court. They sure do. But they know, it's a small community and they might get blackballed from other promotions. There's plenty of independent promotions because I be following them, a bunch of them, and y'all don't review none of them. Y'all don't review a Booker T's promotion, Reality of Wrestling, and they got good wrestlers, decent wrestling going on over there, and Booker T cranking them WWE prospects right out because they go pluck them right from Reality of Wrestling. The Usos, Ember Moon, couple of them came up out of Reality of Wrestling. And then when they get them, they don't do shit with them because they don't got the look. Ember Moon should have been blasting off. But she ain't got the look. She got the skills. She got the ring ability. But she ain't blonde hair and blue-eyed. That's discriminatory behavior. What was the fucking point of getting the girl if you wasn't going to do nothing with her? So the case of this Lars Sullivan. Let me tell y'all something. There's a thing called ethics, okay? Ethics is a set of rules that you claim you want to live by and function by in order to keep balance in your life, whether it's on the work or whether it's your personal ethics. A lot of y'all don't know what ethics is. That's why a lot of y'all aren't business owners or anything like that. It's because you have no ethics and you don't know what they are. WWE has absolutely no ethics. I don't even know what their mission statement is. But they do put on this facade like it's a great place to work. Everybody's having a good time. Motherfuckers is quitting left and right. Lars Sullivan. He came up from NXT the first time. Nothing happened with it. He went away. He came back. Now he's, he's getting a huge push. Lars Sullivan is, I believe, 30 years old. So he was in developmental. So a lot of what he said on these message boards, he done hit every point of bigotry you can hit. He done talked about the women. He done said fucking people that commit suicide are weak. He done went on and on and on about black people. Black folks gonna get the whole gambit. He done said stuff about Asians. I mean, he hit every racist point you can hit. And instead of y'all understanding that black people are coming to wrestling, Chinese people, Asian people, Japanese people are coming to wrestling, Latino people are in wrestling, luchadors are Mexican. You got Kairi Sane, there's a Chinese wrestler down in, I think her name is Shu Lin, down in NXT. You got the Japanese people. You got all the Latinos. You got Shinsuke. You got, I mean, let's go on and on and on. It's more minorities in WWE than ever before. So somebody found these tweets. There, he was on these poster boards, these muscle boards, or whatever you want to call them, and they found the tweets. WWE knew about the tweets. They knew about the tweets, and they said, well, we know about the tweets, and instead of them coming out and acknowledging the tweets, acknowledging the hate, they just not gonna say nothing and hope the shit blow over. What I don't like about the wrestling podcasters, YouTubers, whatever you talk about, all of you, and I'm gonna be real frank about this, I don't expect none of you white ones to get any of this. I don't understand how you could get. One person from a popular wrestling podcast told me I was full of shit. He brought up Lio Rush in the same sentence as Lars Sullivan. I said, so wait a minute. Lio Rush not wanting to carry motherfuckers' waters and shit and get hazed versus Lars Sullivan going through a bigot gambit for like it's like 5 years worth of shit, apparently. Running down the bullshit. You comparing the two just so you can say, oh, well, people aren't the same. I don't understand. And this whole thing where people are who they were in the... Let me tell y'all something. That whole shit is getting old. It's getting old. It's getting tired. If people aren't the same... Let me tell you something. Pedophiles, murderers, all of these things. Once a person does that, they're done. But for some reason, when it comes to racism, which has gotten people killed, arrested, and maimed, it promotes stereotypes. It enforces them. It's hate. Clear. Y'all sit up on the YouTubes and all that, and you sit there and you find fucking excuses when it comes to racism. Oh no, he changed. Y'all got to let that go. You can't tell people to let some shit go that's so deep and ingrained in this country and in WWE. We see it. Because y'all remind us that we black and somehow below you every chance you get. Whether y'all go rewind through WWE history with black wrestlers. And then a lot of y'all like to go through the whole Booker T burial with Triple H. And that was bold. And Triple H still to this day say, I didn't say nothing racist. And you call that man a nappy-head clown in the middle of the goddamn ring and said people like you will never be top guys. And then you redid the shit in 2019 with Kofi Kingston. The fact that Kofi Kingston is a Ghanaian from the continent of Africa and you had him acting like a Jamaican tells me exactly the type of people WWE are. Because if you had Kofi Kingston representing Africa in the WWE, y'all had him with a bone in his nose coming into some music like that, running around the ring like a goddamn a warrior and shit. Because you don't know how to handle people. Anyway, The Rock came in as a Samoan. The Rock didn't come in as no black person. And because The Rock is ambiguous, the WWE just threw him from side to side. Okay, well, we want you to be black, so we're going to put you with the Nation of Domination for a storyline. And then after that, you can go straight into your Samoan heritage and act like none of that happened. It's a slap in the face. WWE needs to take the time to acknowledge what has been done. They didn't do it with the Hulk Hogan. He went on a tirade, whether it was private or not, the shit got out. Went on a tirade because his daughter Brooke was fucking a black dude. And he said he don't want his daughter fucking no niggas. And yeah, I'm racist and the niggas is a nigga that. And then when you go back and I go back and watch Tough Enough and I see him giving what we know now as the Velveteen Dream a hard fucking time, Patrick on Tough Enough, the black dude, the only one who had the skills The whole fucking show ran this nigga up out of here, and Paige acting like a wild bitch on that show. Right in the back of my mind, I said, this makes all the fucking sense in the world. You never wanted to see that black dude get no further than he needed to. Even Christian, even fucking, there's a part on Tough Enough with Velveteen Dream where, what's his name? Awesome. I forgot his name. The Miz was going nuts. Like, I don't understand what the fuck is going on here. He's the best y'all got, and y'all sending him home? The fuck is happening? Even Chris Jericho was like, I don't know what the fuck is going on here. Don't compare Lars Sullivan to Lio Rush. Those are two different fucking things. And Lio Rush made a good point when he said optics is everything. WWE don't care about no fucking optics. They care about their bottom line. They don't care about their black audience. They don't care about none of that. They care about track and put these people out there who don't have no storylines. You don't follow shit. There's nothing to latch on to. After this done left a real nasty taste in my mouth because I have the WWE Network to watch the pay-per-views, but I don't even want to fucking bother because y'all don't give a fuck. Then y'all say, well, what Big E say? Like, if Big E forgives Lars Sullivan, then that's the end of that? Then fuck everybody else? I'm the one paying to watch this shit. What are you talking about? You think I want to see fucking Hulk Hogan in my screen? With his non-apologetic ass, oh well, you know, had they not recorded me, then nobody would have known. Hulk Hogan got a whole porn. If you don't want to even point out the racism, he got a whole fucking sex tape right along with Paige. But y'all didn't want to put Chyna in the fucking Hall of Fame by herself though, right? Y'all don't just do it to, y'all do it to the ones with the accents too. There's no reason why fucking what's his name? The Scottish terrorist and the smiley face mafia. I keep forgetting these people's names. They could have went head to head. That shit was fun with them accents from Scotland and Ireland. Oh well, it won't translate to the audience because your audience is full of retards. That's why. These people thrive in NXT, but once they get up there, now all of a sudden what they say come out their mouth don't translate. Fuck out of here. I'm gonna park here. I'm pulling in the parking lot. Lars, WWE could at least acknowledge what's going on with Lars Sullivan. But I guess they said, well, we already know. We just gonna rule out. We just gonna let it simmer down, and you know everybody gonna forget. I'm not gonna forget the shit. I ain't forget Hulk Hogan, and I'm not going to forget this. So what the man said was disgusting. I don't give a fuck if y'all forgave him. He shouldn't be fucking working. Y'all ain't got no goddamn ethics. And you commentators, when I'm reading all that shit y'all going through, you jumping through all these fucking hoops just to say this man ain't racist and oh, y'all got to get over it. And don't tell people how to get over nothing. I know y'all don't like so-called social justice warriors and y'all don't want people to point out nothing and kick up dirt and ruin your fun and your good time. Well, I want to have a good time too. Is that all right with you? Wrestling, what he said, Finn Balor said wrestling's for everybody. It ain't just for white men. Because that's the majority of the people who run in their fucking mouths about, oh, well, it ain't that big a deal. He said it when he was 22. When you 22, you do stupid shit, and now he grown. No, y'all not going to keep playing this whole, he ain't the same. I never said I had no robust, racist-ass conversation like a majority of y'all do. You hypocrites. That's what it is. And I wanted to say that. Get that off my chest. He needs to be fired. Period. If you care about your audience and you so diverse and we want to embrace, then WWE really needs to sit down and reevaluate what the fuck their mission statement is. You go to Make-A-Wish with these superstars and you got a whole fucking racist, a bunch of racist drug addicts on your fucking roster, hazing people, and then you fucking retaliate the shit on TV and don't nobody say nothing. All this is against the fucking law. All of it. That's all I wanted to say. That's all I wanted to say. Deuces. Until next time on Wrestling in Color. That man need to be fired. That's what need to happen. Don't set the tone. Set the tone right. Set the tone right. You let Hulk Hogan come back without a care in the fucking world. Set the tone the proper way. Show you got some ethics and some fucking morals, WWE. Because looks like your time is running out. You got podcasters that's willing to lay their ethics on the line and defend y'all motherfuckers because they want to work with you. Enough is enough. There's no place for racism, bigotry, sexism, and the gambit. Unless it's at WWE, then I guess there's a place for that. All right, I'm done. Thank you for listening. Wrestling in Color.